Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the proliferation of bad bourbon headlines designed to get clicks. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cool and Jeff Andreezy.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello. Guys,
hey, everyone.
Hey-o.
Throwing.
Yeah, that was well read, McNew. It sounded good. So we're going to talk about this. I don't know. We talk a lot about the bad articles, but now the headlines are getting bad too, I think. And it feels like they're trying to do the thing where they just get you to draw you in, no matter what. And it doesn't. Then sometimes it's a video. Sometimes it's just all ads. You ever click on the ones and it's just all the ads just start flying at you.
Yeah. You can't even read the article. You don't even know what's happening. I just immediately leave. Like if there's anything I have to X out of, I'm like done with all of it. It was not for me. No.
Right. Yeah. No. So we'll talk about that, and we have one example. Kathy didn't think it was too bad, but we'll talk about it. So, she feels like she's turned the corner on it, though. We'll see. We'll talk about that after the break. For right now, though, McNew said there's something she want to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Yeah. So I saw this tweet the other day that said, "Field trips are wasted on kids. I want to take a day off work and learn how a watermill works." And I was like, hell yeah, I would love to go do something weird on a random Tuesday.
Okay.
And so that led me to my question, which is, what would you guys like to just go see how it works? Just for funsies. You cannot pick a distillery or anything distillery related. Can't go to a house either, or Cooperage. But what random, we used to do some fucking fun field trips. So I'm like, as an adult, I would appreciate it more. So what is your guys' thing?
Okay. This is a business idea right here. Adult field trips.
Field trips.
Just stuff like that. How a power plant works or whatever it is.
There was
I can help you there.
Yeah, there you go. We'll have Andrizzi coordinate that for us. So,
yep.
Well, yeah, that'll be exciting. What would I like to see how it works? Something.
You know what was a fun one when I was a kid?
Okay.
Was going to the Hostess Bakery here in St. Louis.
Yeah, that used to be a big thing.
They had a little trolley you'd ride through and get to see everything, all the different conveyor belts.
Did you get treats along the way?
At the end, when you watch the movie, you got to pick a Hostess snack.
That's Perfect. Not bad.
I like that.
But they're not Hostess anymore, so what would I do now?
Right. What would you do? What I would like to do, I know one thing I'd like to do an adult field trip for is I'd like to go to the bottling plant for Luxco company here in St. Louis. It's where they bottle Yellowstone and everything. All the MGP stuff gets bottled there. I would love to see that. That would be a fun one that ties into what we do. That's not open to tours and stuff like that. That would be awesome. But I would even like, whatever. I don't know how bridges work. What do we get bridge workers and see what they got going on.
Literally so many options that we could go field trip or job shadow.
right.
I'd like to ride on a train in the front with the engineer for a day. That would be fun.
See them like flip their switches or whatever it is they do up there.
Yeah. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to do that. Yeah.
I really love seeing manufacturing facilities, and my dad worked at Polaris when I was growing up, so I got to that factory many times. We'd go up there and and I don't know what it is, but it's the smell as well. I don't know if it's cutting oil, what the heck, but there's some aroma in a lot of manufacturing facilities that I just love. So I love when I see something being built and you get to go along maybe a assembly line and you see it from a few pieces and parts, and you just walk through the whole facility and you got a snowmobile or a car or something coming out the other end. It's just amazing how that all comes together.
That would be cool.
I do enjoy those kinds of trips when they come up.
Yeah, that would be cool. You know what else would be cool is a fire department. Go get to see how it works, get to see the truck. They could, because obviously they cook and stuff like that because they're there, on 24-hour shifts. You could do a whole thing with that where there's a meal there and you get to see the firehouse and you get to sit in the truck and all that kind of stuff.
They're usually pretty welcoming. I don't know that you're going to get to see their food and where they cook at, but like if you like walk in, you're like, "Hi, are you guys busy? Can I check out the truck?" They're probably
McNew's trolling for firemen. I know what you're doing. You have no interest in the fucking truck at all.
I'd like to see your truck.
Hey, it's 4th of July. This is what I wear. Hey.
That's a really pretty red truck. Can I try those boots on?
Oh, can I touch your pole? I'm McNew. I want to touch the pole.
Will you catch me if I slide down?
Do you grease the pole or not?
McNew's going to come out with a calendar of firemen again.
Just randomly showed up.
Dated one. It's not that great.
I'm talking about an official tour, McNew. Like, yes.
Okay, you want to schedule it. You just don't want to show up and say hi.
Right. I don't want to just pop in. I don't know that they like to pop in as much as you think. But yeah.
I think they didn't complain.
Yes, they didn't complain.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a bonus.
Yeah. Anything else, Kathy? What about you?
I want to ride on a train. I want to watch this car being built. That would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go back to a bakery. Somebody took over Hostess.
Yes,
right. What's in there now? Because they make Hostess again. Does it have any presence in St. Louis anymore? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. No one knows. I'd like to go see the can plant. Anheuser-Busch has a can plant.
Yeah.
I would love to go see that and see how that works.
Stamping it out and how they,
Yeah.
And it's squillions a day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We know someone who works there. So one of our regulars, Kristen, she works there. We could probably make that happen.
We could do a field trip with Kristen.
Yeah.
She said, like, bring your friends to work day.
Yeah, brings all of us. So yeah, that'd be fun. So, McNew, any other ones for you?
So mine aren't really manufacturing related, but I really do enjoy museums. And I know they have a lot of shit they don't put out. So I would like to go through the back rooms and the storage and
the archives.
And ask the curators, why did this piece get retired or why did this never get put out? Like, I want to know the thought process of the displays.
Would you be willing to put on those little gloves they wear?
Yeah, that's going to be part of the fun. And I want to touch a really old book. That's going to be great. I will put the gloves on with the little white gloves and an old book. I'm going to love it.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it'd be fun. I think all that stuff would be fun. So, yes. Well.
Do some nerdy shit. We had time for adult field trips.
Adult field trips. That's the new business.
I love this concept.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
My mom takes these trips so they do several. They go to many different places, but they go for almost a week at a time. They throw them on a bus, and it's mystery, and they go to a couple different cities. So it's out there, but that's more of a post-retirement gig.
Right.
I think I'd like just to take a Tuesday off and
exactly.
Go
Yeah.
I think there's a
So
market.
it has. I want it to have that field trip feel to it, where it's one day.
Yeah.
That's more like a vacation. What Jeff's talking.
Yeah,
It would feel more like that because you're going on.
Because I work in the dental world, so if they took me back to I've never been in a dental lab. I've never worked in a lab. If they took me in and were like, hey, we don't have the machine that makes them in office, here's how we actually make your crowns and dentures. I'm going to be fascinated by that. I would go to a dental lab for a day if they paid me to do it. But
would we get to pack our own lunch in an ice cream bucket? And
no, they're programmed for bagging it, and your sandwich and Cokes are wrapped in tinfoil so they stay nice.
Oh, right. Like that's like the silliest thing to wrap it in. But you're right. That's what wrap it up.
Yeah. Yeah, field trips were fun back in the day. That was some of the best part of being in school was the field trips. Yeah. The school part kind of sucked. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. Did you guys like school growing up?
Yes.
Yes. I
liked seeing people, and I liked 2 subjects, and then the rest of them I just kind of punched through and got in trouble all the time. My chemistry teacher told me I was distracting once because I really had no idea what was going on, so I just talked to everybody around me. He was like, hey, they're actually trying to get good grades. Can you not?
When did you change?
Not bad. When did I change?
When did you change?
We love history and museums now.
And I like English. That was it.
If it was socially acceptable and you were legally allowed to decide when you quit going to school, what grade would you have been done? So I don't know what grade you guys have completed or anything like that. That's all thrown out the window. That doesn't matter. We're now in a society where someone could say, I don't like to go to school at all. I don't, no, thank you. I'm going to pass. It might not be a smart decision, but that's the decision that the courts have made. I tell you, I'll go first. I would go to kindergarten because I'd be like, it's kind of cool. Stephen Doyle, my next door neighbor, we're going there. We'd have the positive walking style, and then you realize it's a fucking grind. I'd be done. I wouldn't hit first grade. I'd be done. That would be the end of my schooling, right there.
Yeah, but then you have to get a job and
I'd be fine. I would have liked
summers.
Oh yeah, or I would have just quit and just lived the summers because I would have known any better. Because again, you're still 5 or 6 years old at that point. I would have just been like, this is great. And my parents will pay for everything, and they would have had to tell me the lesson. You got to go out and earn a living, and then I would have not liked that.
Back to school.
But I wouldn't. I hated school. I hated school.
Situation. This is Billy Madison. We're going back.
If my dad wasn't there with his belt out of his pants, ready to fucking beat the shit out of me, unless I got on the bus, I would have got on the bus. I didn't like school. I was not a school guy. I hated school.
It was fine.
I liked going, but I wish you could have picked and chose your subjects. I wouldn't have done math. I wouldn't have done any science. It just made me feel bad about myself all the time.
Okay.
I would have just done English and history and novels and maybe gym because I liked walking around the track for no reason.
Right.
I would have done 5 things and fuck the rest of it off. I would have went the whole 12 years. I just want to pick what I was doing.
Okay.
Art was fun. I would have stayed in art too. That was it.
All right. So we go back to the question. I mean, I have an MBA, so I've gone all the way that level at school. But if I would have had my withers about me and I could have done whatever I wanted, I would have my formal education would have been done at the age of 5. Kathy, how about you? It could be the exact same life that you've experienced now. It could be you just go to high school. It could be junior. Well, you tell me. When would you have been done?
I would have probably, I don't want to have to do a master's level education, but can I just keep going to classes and having summers and learn a little bit? And
no, the world's still the same. You just get to decide when you're done going to school.
Oh, then I would have kept it the same.
Okay.
Whatever I think I would too.
You would have stuck it out. 8th grade, the awkward years, 7th and 8th grade, you'd have been like, fuck it, I'm still going.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't learn how to be a student, though. High school came just too easy. So then I got to college. I didn't like college. That was just too
fuck.
That was
crazy.
Freaking,
that was easy.
So you just have to learn to be mediocre with all of it, and then it's fine.
College was hard.
Just take mediocre.
Yeah.
I thought college was easy. I thought it was all easy, actually. I never studied for anything. I never one day studied. In the college, I would, never crack a book or anything like that. Other than the night before a test, I'd go to the library and read a little bit, and that was it. I never studied a damn day in my life. Fucking easy. Huh? Oh, I'm a genius, I guess. But I didn't realize my potential. I'm like Randy Moss, probably the greatest receiver that ever lived, but he really just kind of mailed it in for the most part. He just was all athleticism. You'd see a play that wasn't going to go to him, they'd snap the ball, and he'd just stand at the line of scrimmage.
Kind of stand there.
They're not going to throw it to me, so I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
He did, like Jerry Rice was a guy who got the most out of, way less skill than Randy Moss, but he got the most out of it because he worked hard and
he worked, constant.
There's a reason they say C's get degrees. You really don't just do the bare minimum. Get through it. Get it done. Get that damn paper with your name on it. That's all you gotta do.
All right, McNew, you're the last one. When would you change anything, or everything just stays the same?
I really probably would have taken college courses more seriously, because when I couldn't get into the program I wanted,
so you want to go more school than you did now.
Yeah, because when I couldn't do exactly what I wanted, I just kind of failed out. Like, who the fuck fails out of community college?
I'd have been fine. I feel like I'd have been fine. At 5, because I was a hustler. I always had a job. Always was cutting grass, raking leaves. Hey, can I rake your leaves? I was just always hustling, always working, always earning money.
Yeah,
I'd have figured it out.
Or I would have been more serious about higher education, probably.
Okay. If I could have quit at 5, I bet you I'd be a billionaire right now. I'd have hustled my way to that. I'd have hustled my way to being a billionaire. But no, society. Oh, fucking society. So, And then I got the master's because the work was like, if you get your master's, you are going to go places. And then I got my master's, and I'm like, oh, fuck. We don't really have anything
fired.
for you.
You're going places, all right.
Yeah,
right out the door.
You're going out of here. You're out of here, buddy.
We can't afford you now. Bye.
You're too good for us. So, yes.
Good stuff.
Yeah. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Jeff. He needs something to do, I feel.
Yeah, I do. So I've got a bottle of Dark Arts. This is the 8-year finished in Japanese Mizunara. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
That's the one. Here we go.
Oh, that was a weird one.
Interesting.
Seemed muffled.
Yeah, it sounded weird on this end.
Yeah, did you shoot yourself in the gut there? What happened? I don't know. It was a misfire. We heard it, though. He's our lead. Kathy's next.
Got the lead.
All right. I'm going to open up my Wollsheim Curiosity Collection.
With the Wollsheim.
Wollsheim.
Okay, decent. That's our lead. I'm not expecting much here. Bourbon Deluxe. Barrel Shop pick. Let's see what we got here. I'm not hoping for anything. And I got nothing, so kind of got what I was wishing for there.
Squeak.
Yeah, lots of squeak. Last but not least is McNew. Kathy has the lead.
I have a West Fork Whiskey Co. weeded bourbon.
Nothing.
Excellence.
That was
Wow.
That's like a new bottle, and you got nothing.
It was new, and it has to be something in my settings. Like, it was loud here.
Okay.
Really? You got swieted?
I got swiped. That's upsetting.
That is.
New
That's a shame. That's a shame. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about bad headlines. What do we think? We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
In the meantime, I'll be on Facebook and Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, KK.
You can find me on Instagram at KK.
Not that.
KK Cat's Rice.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Fuck you.
That was
You're
perfect.
listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about bad bourbon headlines.
Yeah, yes we are. Yes we are. So, the headline example I'm going to give, and just because I was like, I'm sick of this shit. I see 3 major problems with this headline. 3 in a single sentence with a dash in there. The best bourbon in America isn't from Kentucky, and it's only $100. Okay, let's talk about this. Number 1, the best bourbon in America. Aren't all bourbons from America? So,
Yeah.
so the best bourbon, we can get rid of from America, I think there. So I think that's a bad part of it. Isn't from Kentucky. Bullshit. A. Smith Bowman is actually distilled at Buffalo Trace. It is then put into, it's tankered over to Virginia, where they then run it through a still. Yet again, they don't mash, they don't cook, they don't do any of that stuff. They take finished distillate that Buffalo Trace would be pumping into a barrel and then putting into a rickhouse. They get that product, which is basically Buffalo Trace, and they then run it through a still. So it's already finished. They're basically just doing a finishing distillation run there because it's already finished whiskey, and then they barrel it and they throw it up in the rickhouse, and that is so. It isn't from Kentucky. Well, yes, it is from Kentucky. It is 100% from Kentucky. So that's wrong, and only $100. Like, just throw it away like $100 is nothing. That's it's only $100. Only.
Yeah,
I could find better bourbons that are less than 100.
Right.
Yeah, and I hate the wording of it because, like, you could make this list that says my favorite bourbons that
Right.
are only $100, and I would have more respect for that article. But the best in America, have you tried every $100
Right.
bourbon in America? You can't call it the best. Get out of here with that.
Yeah. So, and that's just the kind of stuff we're dealing with. But I don't know who's writing it. Is it Chat GPT that's writing the headlines? Is it a person? I don't know. That's from
I think
Food
Chat
Line.
GPT would do a better job.
Maybe
Really?
they
In
do a
some
good
cases.
job until they don't, and then they when they mess up bad. I've noticed, but
So I've seen people, they will write their own thing, but then, like, depending on where you're posting it, you'll get a prompt that says, do an AI like caption, and AI sometimes words things better than we do. And that might be what they're doing. Somebody might have actually wrote
Sounds
this.
like McNew's doing their work this way at this point. Yeah. I mean, like a person could like totally like.
They could just walk away from their computer and all their emails get answered while they sit on their patio.
I mean, this is just it's a symptom. It's anything that you know about, anything that you're semi-familiar about. When you go read an article, it's just, there's so much bullshit out there.
True. True.
It's so this is a great, this is a great example because we're fans and we read articles, and then you
bring up a good point.
And when it's opinion, I don't know. We haven't used the word on the air yet. Well, Kathy maybe did in the beginning. It's clickbait. Let's get you there. Let's see what somebody's going to take a look. Someone's going to read. Someone's making a penny somewhere because they read the article. But it's everywhere. It's so annoying, and I don't know. You've got to figure things out yourself because you don't know what to believe anymore. Yeah,
what bothers me is that I think it's offensive at all levels, though. So for me, it's for people like us that are really into it. It's an offensive headline. It's dumb. It's poorly written. It's not accurate. It's written as fact, but definitely opinion based. And then, but the person that doesn't know bourbon, that's just like, hey, I was poking around on there and I see that the best bourbon in America isn't even from Kentucky. It's this A. Smith Bowman. It's $100, but it's only $100. So
only, yeah.
It's only $100. So I think so. I just think it's just deceptive across the board. I don't know.
It's bad journalism, which happens in every format of journalism now, whether it's TV or print or online. Because like journalism is supposed to be unbiased, and now all of it is like, this is my opinion and it's very correct. No, it's not. And we, like Jeff said, you got to be smart enough to be like, hey, let's have some discernment. And
I worry, are we too sensitive to this because we like it so? Because I see stuff like that with like, Bo's wife. She's a nurse, and she'll bitch about stuff she sees on TV all the time. Well, it's a TV drama. They're not really trying to be like real nurses. Believe it or not, it's called acting. She'll point out what they've done wrong and why it's a joke. And I mean, I don't know anything about nursing, but I never go into it thinking, man, the person playing the nurse, they probably just plucked them out of a hospital. They clearly know what they're doing. I'm like, they're playing a role. I'm not fooled by it at all. I might not know the technical stuff. They don't all get
consultants and make sure that everything is exactly the way it should be.
Well, they should, but they probably don't. So yeah, but this stuff's not going away. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's where we're at. I wish I don't feel like we have any true journalism in the bourbon world right now, other than a few folks like Maggie Kimbrell and Mike Veach and Chuck Cowdery. There's certainly a couple out there, Clay Risen, but there's just not a lot. And you look at the hundreds of people that write about bourbon, and I think there's only 4 or 5 professional journalists in the business.
Yeah,
what would be fun? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I don't think they get the hype that they deserve, though, because like we see these articles, it's in Food and Wine. We see bullshit out of Forbes all the time.
Right,
like,
Forbes.
Why isn't like Chuck and Maggie and Veach writing for these publications when they know what they're talking about? I think they're just getting like the lowest paid people they can pay to be like, give me something about bourbon because it's trending right now. Like, and they just put some bullshit out there, and I think that's what's happening, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's not enough depth of interest to read the things that are factual, that are accurate, that are deep. I think that's always a challenge.
Yeah.
Right. So there you go. Just another example of, again, that I think is a greater problem, trying to get you to click on articles, and but it is what it is. But
someone's making a penny somewhere.
They're gonna continue to do it, and we're gonna continue to bitch about it. Nothing will be resolved, but we feel better for at least pointing it out and let them know that we know. So there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Okay, Kathy.
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We have our classes and events and a way to sign up for our emails over at abvbarrelshop.com. Check that out and be a part of what we have going on. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.